like they usually would.
Okay.
So tell me your name and spell it out.
Cesar Ruiz, Cesar Ruiz, and I'm a photojournalist at KTSM.
Okay, Cesar. And all right, tell me a little bit about what you do day to day.
Okay, well, day to day, I mean, I think I'm very lucky because I have one of the best schedules in the business. I work Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5:30. Those are one of those rare schedules that you ever see in news because usually you only see like a morning shift, a swing shift, or maybe a night side shift. And I've always usually worked the night side, which is like a 2 to 11, 1:30 to 10:30. But that's my shift, so I come in 8:30 to 5:30, and as soon as I come in, first thing I do, usually I'm here before my assignments editor. So I check the log to see if I have any morning shoots or not. If I do, I head out and get those done. If I don't have any shoots in the morning when I first come in, I usually try to get on my computer, go through my system. The way we work here, my computer is one of the main hubs for video. So I go through and I clean up my computer. I just kind of do maintenance and organize things around. But my day-to-day, I mean, I basically go out and shoot everyday stories from weather, sports, or news. And it could be breaking news, it could be developing news, it could be a follow-up to a shooting, it could be an accident, it could be a city council. You know, it has a wide range of things that I could shoot, but I shoot it all, and I like to, I guess, I like to do what I do because not only I get to learn a lot, or a little, I like to say that I know a little bit about a lot of things. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, I know a little bit about a lot of things. I'm not a professional in let's say, water retaining ponds, right? But I know enough about what goes on in the city to kind of make a good interview with the water district and ask them about why they're digging up a hole in the ground when we're in the middle of monsoon. You know, things like that. So it's just kind of cool. You get to go around and do tell the news, tell the community important things that they need to know about.
Okay, so you told me you liked your schedule, but what else do you like about your job? What's something you really enjoy about this job?
I really like that I don't have like office hours, or like I'm not sitting down on a desk 8 hours a day. I like that I'm out and about. I'm always running from the west side of town to the east side of town, north, south. I'm everywhere. I kind of like to say that the city's my office. And so that's one of the things I really like, that I'm always out and about and that I get to talk to a lot of people. I get to meet a lot of new people. And that also kind of hurts you because when they see you months later, they're like, hey, what's up, dude? Do you remember me? I was like, oh, shoot, I probably don't remember you. And so, but it's a lot of fun. That's one of the things I like the most about it, is that I'm always up and down. It's kind of what I like to do.
So what's the biggest challenge about being in this business?
In the business? Making money. I don't know. There's a lot of challenges being in this business. A lot of people see our business like glamorous and prestigious, and it's not really the case. It's very stressful. You have hard deadlines. Coming up sometimes with story ideas is one. I have a really hard time coming up with a story idea, and it's really not that hard because when you go through your everyday life and you talk to people, you realize that just by talking to people, this is a good story, this could be a good story, this could be a good story. But when it comes down to like sitting down in the newsroom, coming up with story ideas could be kind of difficult. Dealing with deadlines, personalities. I mean, there's a lot of things that go into this business. You have people with big egos, and that sometimes that can get kind of crazy because, you know, you have people that are on TV that think, oh, I'm so-and-so, you know, we barely fit in the news unit. So you have some characters you got to deal with. Tensions get high during deadlines, and people start, you know, there's a lot of friction. But I think the hardest thing about this business is just keeping your cool and knowing the job you got to do when those deadlines are about to hit. It could be you're out in the day covering a story 30 minutes away, 45 minutes away from the station. So you're out in the live truck all day, and you know you have a show at 4 or 5 or 6. You have to do live shots at that time. You have to turn in Volsots maybe for the 4 or 5 and a package for 6. And so those are all deadlines you have to meet. You have to take into consideration, like in my aspect, I have to take into consideration the time it's going to take me to edit it and the time it's going to take me to feed it. If I'm going to FTP it or if I'm going to feed it live. At the same time, I also have, if I'm out in the field, I have to think about also setting up a live shot and making sure at the same time safety, because you know it's all of this stuff kind of plays into what you do in our job. And but I don't know. I there's a lot of different things that's hard about this job.
And so tell me a little bit about why you're here.
Why I like it or why I'm here? Well, I always like to say that I like doing news because I like bringing important things that matter to the community. And you know, we have a lot of influence. You put something on TV and people watch TV, and I think it's important to be able to tell somebody if there's danger, weather related, if there's a shooter out loose in the street sometimes, or when it comes down to like keeping people in check, usually politicians or things like that. But I like to say it's a contribution to the community, and so we can make it into a better community.
All right. So what's the biggest piece of advice you would give me or another intern?
Okay, usually the biggest piece of advice that I give interns or students that are studying this is not to expect to make a lot of money at the beginning. Usually that's very disappointing to a lot of students that or interns is the money, because you don't start making a lot of money. This is not a business where you make a lot of money, but you can, I think, make a lot of money if you move on to bigger markets and if you're really good and invested into your career. Another thing is have patience. You know, I see a lot of students come in and they want to be treated like a veteran who's been doing it for 10, 15, 20 years. And that's usually not the case, you know, but just have patience, love what you do. Usually most of the people that do this job, we do it because we love it. We don't do it for anything else. I like to think so. There's some people that do it to be on TV, but just have patience, love your job, and it could be worse. It could be a lot worse.
Awesome. Thank
That
you.
it?